Hi, in this video I'm gonna give a quick opinion about my top 5 game consoles until the 6th generation. This was based on hardware specifications, the game's quality, sales, and also on my personal feelings about those systems. Of course, those feelings may differ from person to person, and especially in this case it's very important the geological location, since video games have a different impact in different parts of the globe.
Bye!
I'm a bit divided in the 5th position between the Neo Geo and the Dreamcast. The Neo Geo, in its advanced entertainment system version, was one of the most powerful home systems ever. Having a Neo Geo was like having its twin multi-video system arcade machine at home. With a library full of amazing SNK series like Fatal Fury, King of Fighters and Metal Slug, these games could be played at home with the same quality of the arcade. This system's major problem was the fact that it was too expensive. Actually, when it was first released, it was only available for rent. The Dreamcast was a pioneer in online gaming, because in spite of not being the first console able to play online, it was the first to include a built-in modem and internet support for online gaming. The problem was that it was released in a transitional period by a company that already had lost its credibility and was surpassed by a giant later on.
4.
I have a relationship of love and hate with the PS1. I own the 3rd model that was released, which became known for having a low quality CD-ROM drive that almost doesn't work by now. Also, I really hated when games started to be released in CD format, because by the time I thought that loadings were part of the past, but the Spectrum curse fell viciously on every gamer. And by the way, the prices were never reduced as they should, although the production costs dropped drastically with the CD format. Hardware problems aside, the PS1 was responsible for the way games are viewed nowadays. Video games are no longer considered to be a kid's thing, but are now played by everyone at any age, thanks to the success of this platform, its titles and Sony's marketing.
3.
There are many good things to say about the PS2, but to make it short, I think Sony did with the PS2 what Sega should have done with Saturn. They've released a powerful, reliable and easy to work with machine when they were at the peak of their success in the gaming industry. And instead of making it very expensive like Sega did with the Saturn, they've released it at a reasonable price, and as a bonus it was also a DVD player, actually one of the cheapest DVD players on the market. And that ended up being the last nail in Dreamcast's coffin.
2.
Sega Mega Drive, aka Genesis in the US, was a system that started modern-day console warfare. Of course, the Master System did launch the first bullets, but Nintendo got so powerful in the gaming industry in mid-late 80s that it wasn't enough. Then came the Mega Drive, which was better in every way possible than the NES. Suddenly Nintendo wasn't alone anymore and the doors to competition were then wide open. The thing that I give most credit to Mega Drive that some people tend to forget is the fact that Mega Drive fought a war against a console released 2 years later, the SNES, and still, in my opinion, had better games overall. A well-known reference is the comparison between the two versions of Mortal Kombat. Even though it was newer, the SNES never managed to totally surpass the Mega Drive in hardware terms.
1.
There's much to say about the NES, but to justify my choice, I only need to say that the NES was the savior of the video game industry in the US after the video game crash of 1983. This system changed the gaming industry more than any other console released ever since. This is ZombieRust, thanks for watching.